Rattle. This is day 2. I idled the engine for for a couple of hours before going to bed. Watched a movie, and I go to bed with this hat on under my inside my 2 sleeping bags, and then I just when I wake up and I start the engine again. I just try not to idle, right? And I slept fine till 5:45. So 5:45, it was getting too cold, like the cold air gets inside the sleeping bag, So I wake up and I do this, and I can see my breath, which is not good. So I go turn the key and I look at my thermometer at the top there, and it says minus 14F, minus 1.4. And I'm thinking that cannot be right, so I switch to Celsius, which is more, I'm used to Celsius more, and it says minus 26. Okay, that makes sense. And I start the engine starts okay, and I idled, and I went back to bed and idled till morning. But that's the funny thing, right? I'm heading to Arizona, and last night it was colder than in Cambridge, Ontario, right? That's where I was waiting for this cold front, and it caught me here. And now it's, I think about minus 18 Celsius, 0 Fahrenheit, but still very cold. I just walked to the truck stop to get some water and some tea, and they had no big cups, and I was getting tired of asking for free cups anyway, so I got myself a new travel mug. This one called the Bubba, and according to the sticker here, it can keep hot liquids hot up to 6 hours, and if you put something cold inside, it will stay cold up to 12 hours. So I made myself some tea. And I'm gonna show you my new tea. Here, I'm still using this. This is very nice Uncle Lee's tea, Legends of China. It's very cheap. You can buy it in the Walmart, and it's like a whole bunch of bags in here. Oh, 40 bags. But I also got this herbal tea, and this is, they say on the sticker here, this is their most popular tea. Licorice spice, caffeine free, and this gives the tea that rich flavor, and it's a rich dark red color. It's like, so I combine a flavor of this with full flavor of this, and it tastes amazing. Oh, another one I also got is this herbal tea, Spice Dragon, red chai. This is also caffeine free, makes good. You can drink it by yourself, or just, by itself, or just add it together. I just added a little bit of green tea, because otherwise it just gets too bland, Alright, so we got this, we got the mug. Oh, now I have to take my supplements, right? Okay, vitamin C. See. Now I wanna be able to see 10 miles ahead. So we need we need B1. Then we need selenium for good skin. This is an antioxidant. And we need vitamin E, so that I can keep this job till I'm 100 years old. And E looks kind of weird. It looks like this, And then I need iron. Oh wait, what? Why do I need iron for? Oh, okay, it's for... No, wait, it's for your blood. It's for the blood, for good color in the cheeks. Because coffee and lots of other things, they rob iron from your body. And today I'm not going far. I'm just going to Effingham, Illinois. Because we'll shut down at the T8 truck stop there, but I'm not buying fuel there ever again. If you remember my previous videos, I got bad fuel there because they use biodiesel. All Illinois is biodiesel. Like here in Michigan, I filled up yesterday. It was expensive, but you can see that the color, it's clean, it's clear. There's no green hue in the fuel. And I'll be doing this shortcut, you know, from Toledo. What is it? Highway 24. And I know there's a Petro and there's a TA there, and that's Ohio. So maybe I'll fill up my tanks over there because yesterday I just got 75 gallons here. All right, let's rock and roll. Is covered with snow and ice, and it's very rough, lots of small hills, and I don't want to lose my cone crusher. Yeah, sorry about that noise in the yesterday video. It was either my window or this switch, the turn signal switch. Yeah, I think it's the switch. truck stop was booked, so people are sleeping on the side of the road.
After 80 meters, turn left. Turn left, Highway 50.
Switch cams here. Switching to my dash cam. still broken. The spots where the bolt's supposed to sit. This is the old model. The new one I have on the left has a better design, and this one was, I think this one was, you know, causing all kinds of rattles. So I just removed it. I'm gonna get a new one. And this one, believe it or not, it's $100. Just one piece of plastic. But you know, when these break, they start rattling like crazy. So you gotta do. So I just removed it so that I don't postpone it any longer. You know, because this has been broken maybe for 2 years, and I replaced one, and I didn't want to spend another $100, but now I'm gonna fix it. So hopefully my truck will have less rattles. Well, we're gonna find out. I'm at the Petro in Napoleon, Ohio, and the fuel is still pretty expensive. It was like $4.22 per gallon, but I have this magic book, so let's see what our land stop price is.
Welcome to the fuel price line. Please note our menu has changed. For English, press 1. Press 1 for the cost plus base price. Please enter your 4-digit location number. Press 1 for ultra-low sulfur diesel. Cost plus base price is subject to location participation. Please check with your company's fuel administrator. As of February 12th, 2014, the cost plus base price is $4.097 for ultra-low sulfur diesel. At Petro Stopping Center, Napoleon, Ohio, off Interstate U.S. Highway 6 and 24, Industrial Drive. To repeat this information, press the star key. To enter another TA location, press the pound key. Press 1 for the cost plus base price. Press 2. Please enter your 4-digit location number. Press 1 for cost plus base price is subject to location participation. Please check with your company's fuel administrator. As of February 12th, 2014, the cost plus base price is $4.095.
Yeah, the same. I just checked Petro and I checked Napoleon, so I mean TA on the other side of the highway, so it's 4.09. Right, 4.09, and Petro, it's cost plus 3 cents. Right, so it's $4.12 per gallon, which is $1.08 per liter. So you know, but it's a good. I checked online, and they have good fuel here. It's just ultra low sulfur diesel, not biodiesel. I checked Petro, I checked Napoleon, so in Ohio it's still normal diesel. And I don't want to fuel in Illinois, so probably I'll fill up here, and then I'll write down my mileage, stick it on the dashboard, and next time I fuel up I'll know what my real life mileage is. And I'm curious myself because I did this work on the ECU, right? And so I just checked comments, and some guys were saying that that noise, that rattle, was made by the new mount. No way, guys. This doesn't move, okay? That rattle is, it's all these panels. Or the vents. I find the vent in the dash, you know, they're getting loose, and I just replaced them like a year ago. And they were making that noise. And then the turn signal lever, like this one, was making noise. And then the window, I mean, just that after I replaced the windshield, basically, the guy, you know, moved some things, See, like I touch my steering wheel, and that's the sound made by the turn signal lever. Now imagine 1300 RPM with a heavy load. So, but yeah, before it was much quieter. If you saw previous vids with the same dash cam, right, it was much better. It just I'll fix it, or I'll just shoot it in a mute mode again. I keep having problems with audio, so I'm sorry, but you know, that's just the reality of trucking. Stop in Gas City, Indiana. This is about 1 hour north of Indianapolis on I-69. And I love this stop because there's Starbucks here, and you know, I feel tempted to go get an Americano. Well, Americano has 3 times less caffeine, right? So that's my excuse. It's not as bad as regular coffee. And then there's a couple of fast food joints here. Maybe I'll grab something rich in protein. I decided to add a couple of chains because I don't like, you know, like this kind of sits a little bit crooked, you know. And it's still, I only did what, 400 miles, and I have these on both sides, right? So I'm gonna put the rubber, and then I'm gonna put this so that it doesn't slide, and we'll see what happens. Because the rubber should prevent the metal from sliding. Not gonna slide because of the rubber. Now, one trick I learned, you're gonna use something like this when you cannot move it, and you put it in this. You put it in this link. See? You put it in this link, and you hold this with one hand, and this way you can do an extra turn. Well, if it moves now, I'd be very, very surprised. See, this goes in the pocket. Normally I would put it here, but I wanted to spread them, right? Like equal angle. Right, you see? Beautiful. So now I have one chin in the front, right? One chin in the corner, one chin over here, another in the middle, another in the corner, another in the back, and the same on the other side. Jesus, like there's nothing else I can do, you know? Right? But this would really help, especially this is a heavy-duty chain, 3/8, you know? I should have done it from the start. All right. And that's it. Local time is 5:19 p.m. And this is the TA Travel Center in Effingham, Illinois. And right in front of me is a big oversized load, you know, one of those mobile trailers. And here we have a convoy driver doing some kind of a weird circle. Oh, I think he wanted to drive into a space. Oh, my phone is beeping. My battery is dead. So yeah, I did what I wanted to achieve today. Like I wanted to reach Effingham, and I'm here. So that's still because I still have plenty of time to reach. Okay, now there's gonna be an accident. I'm positive. Look, this guy stopped in front of the roadway. No, too bad. I'm kidding. But oh, and I talked to the guy that my friend that had a misfortune with a fallen off fan, and he said the shop, after he did some comparison with his Volvo shop, the parts over there were cheaper, so he went and talked to the shop where they gave him this quote, $6,800. And he complained that the price was too high, and they agreed to give him a discount. So I think he told me the after tax it was I think like $5,500 or something. But that's still, you know, you can buy a car, right, for that kind of money. And his truck, it's a used truck, probably worth, you know, $15,000-$20,000, and now you have to spend $5,000-$6,000 because your fan fell off. I don't know, it doesn't make too much sense, you know. And it should be, I don't know, a repair like that should be, I don't know, maybe $2,000. You know, that's already lots of money, right? But to spend $5,000 on a truck that's worth realistically $15,000, that's like 30% of the cost of the truck, you know. Oh, and you see this guy here, he's hauling those kind of like marble plates. I haul these, and these are so heavy. And I remember I went there with my step deck to a place in London, Ontario, and I think they wanted to give me 3 bundles like that, and they did not want to deal with the step deck, because then one bundle would have to go on the upper deck, and it was, I think, like 10,000 pounds, and I said I cannot do it. 10,000 pounds is too much for my upper deck. I can only do 5, otherwise I'll be over my front axle. And they said, don't come here again. And from then on, they only started using flatbed trailers, that plant. And actually, this is one of the advantages that people don't always realize, right? That people mostly think that a flatbed trailer is only good for like long loads like pipe. But sometimes, like in this case, a flatbed beats the step deck, because flatbed does not have that drop, right? So you can move that heavy bundle away from your truck, right, and still have enough room for, let's say, 3 bundles. Whereas on a step deck, you cannot do that. You know, because that upper deck pretty much prevents you from properly positioning the load. And that's why most shippers, from what I heard, they actually prefer flatbeds. They don't understand step decks, they don't like them. I mean, when you come in to get a regular flatbed load, you know, they don't, oh, why do you have a step deck? You know, like, oh, don't come here again. Especially when you're coming to pick up some pipe. Oh boy, they hate that. You know, because flatbeds, of course, are much better suited to hold pipe. But anyway, this was day 2. Stay tuned.